Namaste, it's the Spiritual Daywalker, hashtag Schrodinger's cards, with your tarot card reading for the next new moon phase from 28th of July until 12th of August. This is a new moon in Leo, so Capricorn is gonna even more refine your leadership role you found yourself in, like you stumbled into it in a sense. Now it is time for you to take charge, right? And that's a leadership role that you are not exactly comfortable with, right? You rather want to hold space and like want people to just get the strategy and like have sort of the same overview as you, but sometimes they don't have that and you have to kind of direct them, and now you're refining on how you want to do that. That doesn't mean taking on a Leo energy, by no fucking means. It means that you are confronted with where the Leo energy comes in and you're like, okay, how do I, as a Capricorn, as whatever role I fulfill right now, how do I want to handle that, right? So you're going to refine the more active part of being a leader or inspirator, right? That is going to be very freaking interesting. That being said, I don't do love readings, so if love comes up in this reading, that is on you because you're manifesting it, because life is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and I don't want you to manifest something into your reality that you're not supposed to experience just because I say so. Also, I am especially you Capricorn, very freaking sorry that I missed the full moon in Capricorn, because I was in the Capricorn energy. I was working on the website, right? Daywalker-bali.com is up. This is where I'm going to put up the framework for the new tarot deck that is going to replace the Rider-Waite, going to refine the Tree of Life from Kabbalah with modern numerology stemming from vortex-based mathematics, all this stuff, like very systemically refining the meanings that built the framework for every tarot deck in the world, right? Think big, and maybe it's going to be something for you, since you're like into systems, right? And into things coming together and making sense and being inspiring and all that stuff. So check it out, daywalker-bali.com. This is where I'm going to post it, step by step, right? And then there's going to be an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter campaign where you can chip in, all that stuff. So it's going to be fun. Which is also going to be fun is like your reading that we're stepping in right now. We're going to do a DNA spread, which is like a form of a Tree of Life spread, but deriving from that new framework. So it is about the spirit axis in the middle, from God consciousness into manifestation. Then the challenge that is in the middle of the entire spread, which is the place of the 9, right? And then the energies of the experience, how you go into manifestation from that insight, from that drive, balancing around the middle axis. So let's see. One more, hang in there. Capricorn, we got this. So, you're very much on your way. The star card is where your soul is coming from right now. So you're just kind of going with the flow, seeing where the direction leads you. And just knowing that everything is supposed to happen the way it happens. This is very beautiful. What is the zodiac for the star sign again? It's not Aquarius, right? What's the star? Fuck, I'd have to check. Doesn't exactly matter. It's just like the star, meaning the 17 that is above it. It's like you totally being aware that this metamorphosis is taking you where you need to be and you're going with it. That's very beautiful. In your challenge, there's a Mother of Wands in reverse. That's interesting, because who had that? Just the last sign had the Mother of Wands, like Sagittarius had the Mother of Wands in reverse also as a challenge. And here it also means kind of the same thing, like your challenge is to come to terms with your self-worth, and for you in that role that you're probably in, like the idea that you're worthy to listen to, like your energy matters, the way you interact with people matters, right? You want to be inspiring, so be inspired in that sense, right? So take on that energy, know that you are attracting everything you want in life, and for that you got to know that you deserve it, right? to open up to that. So basically you flipping around that Mother of Wands, coming to terms with your sense of self-worth, that is part of this progress right now into manifestation, where you are the Son of Wands. That's cool. So you are basically learning it, right? So the Mother of Wands being the challenge, and you like, okay, let's just like put an idea out there, see how it works, right? You being the Son of Wands, like stepping into that doer energy. It's like, okay, I don't want to be all Leo about it, but I do have to make myself known. It's like, okay, this is what I'm passionate about. We have to do it like this because blah, we're just going for it, whatever, right? So this is the plan. And if you're not moving, I'm moving right now, or I'm gonna make you move, right? So that's the Son of Wands energy. It's masculine, pushing forward. And that Mother of Wands is the challenge that you don't have to fake that. You are deserving of being that progressive force. You just don't, like, this is like a fake it till you make it kind of card, right? The Son of Wands sometimes. But your challenge being that this is actually not faking it till you're making it. This is like you stepping up into that role and just fulfilling it. It's just as simple as that, right? As you making yourself known, putting yourself out there, driving things forward, like actively, and not just by seeding ideas, but actually making them happen. That's a very beautiful thing, right? So you coming to terms with your fire energy, that is very beautiful. Let's see how the energies balance around this to like fill in the blanks. In the spot of the Wand, there is some insight about what you truly want and desire. There is an 8 of Wands. That is also a card for a communication, right? So you kind of have to communicate that insight. No fucks given. But especially with this deck, there's a lightning striking that eighth wand in a sense, and all these other wands are depicted as shadows around it. So it is you communicating a very strong urge and idea that you have with full force. You're getting an insight about it and being like, guys, I got it now. This is what we need to do. That kind of deal, right? Or just like, finally I know exactly what I want from this, right? And you are, and that's especially valuable if you're coming from a star where you're just like, okay, wherever this leads me, it's gonna be fine. And then boom, there is that insight where you're like, this is where it's leading me. Oh, we'll see if we end up there, but this is the impulse I'm going for now, and that I have to communicate to everyone around me to make them know that I'm moving, right? That we are moving, whatever, right? See how it is balanced with the 5 of Swords in reverse. So it's probably that you have to let go of some mindsets or cut some ties in the process. So the moment you know that you have to move and you're communicating that, that's when like a 5 of Swords energy is possible. Like that is, it can be, it's not a conflict of interest, that's like the 5 of Wands. It's more like a conflict in terms of how to go about it, in terms of mind energy, air energy, strategic, right? So that's like, so you get that insight and you're kind of confronted with mindsets that are not exactly on board with it. Whether you're communicating it to others or yourself, you're gonna have a little confrontation about like old mindsets where people be like, yeah, but we've always been doing it the other way. Why do we have to now go for this? Whatever, right? Or you realize just like, okay, I got this insight, but to make this happen, I gotta let this one go and like make up my mind about how to go about this, because these mindsets are like, they were set up for a different passion, for a different desire, for a different insight. And that 8 of Wands is like, that is like an abundance of energy, but it's also focused in a sense, right? Especially for this card, it's also focused. It is communicating what you desire, right? And that is gonna be encountered with some mind energy that is not exactly going along with it. And that's all too natural. See what the challenge for this is? Yeah, fuck, okay. There's the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So, well, it seems like you're cutting ties in terms of like working with people, because you are so guided, you are on the star, right? And then you get the insight about, bam, this is what I need to do, this is where we need to go. And some people be like, yeah, I don't know, some like, this is like the Five of Swords in reverse right here, in combination with that Eight of Wands. It's a naysayer energy, right? It's the people that are like doubting your intuitive impulse, doubting even your reasoning, because they can't get out of their head or like see above like the Tellerrand. What is it like? I'm looking for an idiom here. Like über den Tellerrand schauen in German. It's like getting out of their comfort zone, basically, right? And the Three of Pentacles in reverse means the challenge is to not work with them, to give a fuck, to let things die that need to die out. And also, not to think that you have to like do it alone, right? You're gonna be ready to do it alone, and the moment you're doing it, that's when you realize you're not alone after all. But it feels very much like, fuck, why are they not on board? Or fuck, why do I have to let this go? Like I thought I'd maybe like, yeah, okay, right. You know? Coming to terms with some old things not matching up with the new plan. All too normal, actually quite empowering when you're in that Eight of Wands energy, being like, fuck this, I'm doing this, and I got enough passion for all of you to just like make this happen on my own, right? And some are gonna be with you, and if they're not, fuck that. You got all the energy. You are in that star consciousness where you know, this is what I have to do, right? And at some point I don't even need a fucking reason for it. Fact is, you got the reason, like you got the impulse, and this is, since it's clarity and communication in terms of what you desire, you can also voice it, right? You can explain people why. It's just like their comfort zone, some of them probably, or maybe some comfort, like you have to leave your comfort zone in a sense, right? And that maybe means not exactly quitting the job. With that Three of Pentacles in reverse, that is something not working out, and having to move on from it. Having to move on from an old idea of how to generate wealth, how to manifest. And, well, it seems like this has been with you for some time now, right? Something that didn't work out, but you finally get some insight about how to move forward from this. And it's going to give you some insight on what mindsets you have to leave behind, what sort of stinking thinking you have to leave behind. And if these are people in your reality, you have to leave behind those. Fair enough, but it's going to be a fucking relief for you. Like, it's loose advice at best. I'm not telling you to go to your boss and say, fuck you, I'm out of here, except you truly want this. Like, if this is what you want to do, then maybe you should, right? Maybe not with the fuck you, but be more gentle and like loving about it. But there is a tower. Fuck me harder. Okay, so if you don't move, the universe is gonna make you move. So that's the tower energy. It's like you guys, like you're like, guys, things have changed, I gotta go with this, right? And then that is like your challenge is balancing that tower, that the reality is kind of propelling you into action, with the Daughter of Pentacles, with trying something new, trying a new way to manifest, trying maybe a new career, or a new way of going about your career, of going about this, right? So this Daughter of Pentacles could very much be that one pentacle on the Three of Pentacles card that is alone on the upside, right? Because if this is in reverse, there's this idea of having to do it alone, but it doesn't mean you have to do it alone. You're just like, you're ready. If push comes to shove, you are doing it. Like, no one's gonna get you from this, because there's that tower. You're like, fuck, that's a sign, we gotta move. And now you know what to do with that Eight of Wands. And the Daughter of Pentacles also is like, okay, we're trying this like this now. We gotta be diligent about it. We gotta be like careful we're not making the same mistakes, but we're doing it. Like, the daughter is a messenger of something new, of a new generation, right? It's the youngest, but also like the start of a new generation, right? The daughter is going to become the mother, And the Mother of Wands in the middle is your challenge. Being deserving, being like realizing that you are attractive and attracting, right? That you are attracting the beautiful shit if you just follow your star, follow your passion, and take life, whatever happens, as a positive impulse to like propel you further on your spiritual journey. That is so beautiful, Capricorn. There's the work in reverse. When it comes to like further down into manifestation, there's an 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Someone had that same spot, that card in that same spot. That's very interesting. Well, in the middle there's a Strength. And there's the 10 of Cups in reverse. That feels like, yeah, well, makes sense. If you're trying to start something new and you're encountering opposition in that, it's not going to be exactly easy, and maybe it's going to be a little delayed. Like all of these cards are on its head, like on their heads, like they're all reversed. So you want to start, you're in the 8, right? And you have an 8 of Wands ready to go and an 8 of Pentacles that is like, okay, how do we actually make this work? Because it's in reverse, right? This here. So you get it insight about how to start new with the Daughter of Pentacles. The 8 of Wands into the Daughter of Pentacles into the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like, okay, I know what to do. We're gonna do our due diligence and get this new project started, or get this new way of going about the project, going about manifestation, right? What to stabilize, right? What to start new. And then we have to get it going, and that getting it going with the 8 of Pentacles is a little, it costs you a little more energy than you would like to admit. That is, well, it's not exactly problematic, it's just makes sense if you're starting something new and then some people just leaving you alone, where you're just like, we're there, like, no, we're not gonna do it, like I'm not prepared for that, whatever, right? And you're just like, okay, fuck. Then this is going to leave like a bad taste in your mouth, right? Because that 5 of Swords in reverse into the Tower, so this is the breakup, right? The Tower is just like, okay, that's something you cannot actually control, because you are propelled to do something. Some energy is leaving you with that, and just like, well, the universe is taking care of the naysayers in a sense, right? So they either go by their own will, or it's going to be manifested that they just are not in your reality anymore. I don't mean dying, I mean like whatever happens, you're either going to move away from them, or they're going to be like just too distracted with some other shit in their lives that they cannot participate anymore, which is actually a good thing for you, right? But then this Tower is going to move you into a 10 of Cups, where the energy is a little delayed, so it actually makes you happy. 10 of Cups, right? So emotional fulfillment, you're like, something within you is very much relieved, right? But somehow you're not exactly feeling it, probably because you doubt that you're allowed to, right? Something within you thinks, yeah, well, actually that's not a good thing, because now I have to do it alone and it's going to cost me a lot of energy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, guess what? This type of thinking already going to cost you a lot of energy, right? The moment you accept that you're actually better off without that energy that is leaving you, without that, it's not even a sense of comfort. I mean, like the 5 of Swords, it's not a 5 of Pentacles, it's not a sense of comfort, it's a sense of, it's a belief system, a structure, a way of doing things, like a mindset that is leaving you, that is taken away from you, because you kind of begged for it, right? Realize you are in a star energy, so you know everything that is happening for a reason. However, that Tower moment is going to leave some bitter taste in your mouth, and I don't believe that you're going to be actually, right, you don't feel left out in the cold, you're not You're not pitying that this Five of Swords happened, right? Or the Tower happened. But there's something within you that is not accepting the relief and the happiness that is actually coming from that Tower moment yet. But it's there, right? The Ten of Cups is you at a certain point just being like, you know what? The shit that happened is actually exactly what I wanted. And that's when you flip around that Ten of Cups, right? And that's when you also flip around that Eight of Pentacles, where you're like, actually, you know what? Fuck this shit. I feel really good about this. This is exactly what I wanted. I just had to like come to terms with that. And that's when this delay is not taking out any energy anymore. Because the Strength card is in reverse right here, which is not exactly a good sign for that. But your challenge basically is flipping that around, right? Your challenge is to find the strength and the courage to go for it alone, in a sense, right? It doesn't have to be like, this is a very narrow narrative that I'm providing right now, but the Strength card in reverse after a Tower and a Three of Pentacles in reverse, it seems like something is breaking apart, breaking away from you, and you need to bring up the courage to move forward without it, and then realizing, fuck, actually I'm so much better off. Actually the work is finally working out. The moment you flip that around, the moment you flip that, allowing yourself to be happy about what happened, that's when you flip the work around, where you finally have the strength to get it going, get it started, right? And this is how you're going to come out of this. The Son of Wands, the one that is just going for it, that is very attractive going about it, that is like masculine fire energy, the go-getter energy, that is like, okay, and that might as well be you going for it alone. But in this type of energy, you're gonna very soon, very fastly, very quickly, rapidly attract people that are with you on that journey. So this is all for you owning your passion, your fire, your desire, and letting the universe take care of the other shit, right? And then you accepting, like reminding yourself of that star energy is like, actually this all happens for the better. So I am allowed to feel good about this, even if there's a shitload of work to do. Maybe I just got to get the courage to get started, and if I get the courage to get started, I might, just might, not even need the strength, because that Son of Wands energy right here is also attracting. He's going for people, he's talking to people, he's just like, okay, this is what I do, blah. Just putting himself out there. And that's what's gonna set up a new support system around whatever it is that you want to do right here with that Eight of Wands. So deep down, you know you're on the perfect path. A lot of shit is happening, breaking apart, making room for new shit, right? But you, I see you with a little like doubting it at the end here, just before you are making a decision to go for it. I see you standing very strong in that, like just knowing that you have to go for this, like whatever it costs, at all fucking costs, you're going for this. That is very freaking beautiful, Capricorn. Capricorn. From the star into the Son of Wands. That is you knowing what you want, going for it, and yeah, fuck everything that stands in your way. Universe gonna take care of it. Just try to take yes for an answer, will you? That's exactly it. Try to take yes for an answer, or no, like no for a relief, for that matter. This is so beautiful, Capricorn. If that reading resonated with you, feel free to drop a comment, like and subscribe. Check out daywalker-bali.com, where I just like gonna keep you updated on what is happening. Oh, I always forget, like if you're in Bali, I'm gonna start putting cards, drawing cards at a Ubud weekly market, right? If you're on Bali, check out Ubud every Sunday. It's gonna be fun. Also, starting workshops the week after that, yada yada yada. So a lot of stuff happening, and as it seems, in your life. Very much so. Just to say, enjoy that energy. Seems like you finding what you truly desire, going for it, setting it up anew, leaving all the bullshit behind. All that shit you want to hear, right? That is so cool, Capricorn. Thank you for being with me, for trusting me with your energy. And yeah, I love you.